Your turn, Yugi boy.
What is up, guys? This is Lintheo coming at you with part 3 of 3 of my in-depth ban list discussion video. We are finally on to the traps today. While there are only a short amount of them, there is still a good amount to talk about. So without further ado, we'll go straight into it, with the first one being Imperial Order being banned in 2004 in April. Wow, what can we say about Imperial Order? 700 life points and you can negate any spell cards. It's kind of ridiculous, and all you need to do is pay the 700 life points during your standby phases. If we think of Imperial Order now, just think how unfair it would be on pendulums. They could not function, and it's just as simple as that. 700 life points, it was just nothing, and the best thing is you could then just choose not to pay the 700 life points in your standby phase, destroy it, and then start using all of your spells. So just for the flexibility of it, just the way that the game is going, Konami want to focus on pendulums. I think it's a very unfair card. It probably should never come back, because spells are always going to be a predominant and important part of the game. So yeah, I don't think Imperial Order should ever come back, if I'm completely honest. Last Turn was a very, very powerful card in 2006. It was finally banned, and it just promoted some pretty disgusting stuff, if I'm honest. It caused draws, it caused unfair results, and it was just a very unfair card in general, because, you know, it's really crap. It's just really unfair. The fact that any card can cause draws is just something that Konami don't like. It goes against the whole thing of a fair game in their tournaments, and it just really does screw up with results. So Last Turn should never really come back at all. Turn from a Different Dimension was banned in 2014 at the start of the year. Yeah, what can you say about Return? Return Different Dimension, just half your life points, special summon as many removed from play monsters as possible. It's just so good. Being able to swarm the board, being able to go for last ditch OTKs, just insanely good. I don't think this card should come back, but it does depend on how the format is going. There isn't a lot of banishing going on right now. There isn't a lot of decks that can technically abuse it. There are some decks that do have an element of banishing, and if Return was back, some might put it in as a 1, but Return is just not as good anymore. So I think it probably could be an amber, depending on what's going on. I realise I just contradicted myself a few times there, because it is one of those cards that's a little bit weird. So Return is an amber, depending on what decks are in, depending on what meta is. It could come back. Royal Oppression. Oh, Royal Oppression. 2011, this was finally banned. You know, this was in the Six Samurai days. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about the Royal Oppression. I do, however, believe this card could technically come back if we wanted to try it out, because it's often compared to Vanity's Emptiness. Now, Vanity's Emptiness just blanket stops special summons and can technically be very unfair. That's why it is at 1. Now, with Royal Oppression can be used by both players, so there is an element of being able to use it, but with a big risk. And Royal Oppression is one that I actually think can come back. I think try it at 1, see how it goes, and I don't think it'll actually be as bad as people believe it to be, especially with the amount of back row destruction we have right now. Obviously, it really hurts on pendulums, but who's going to pendulum into a Royal Oppression, especially if it's face up? It all depends, and there's a lot of different things that you can stop pendulums with. So Royal Oppression, a 1 card, wouldn't actually be that much of a devastating thing, if I'm completely honest. Self-Destruct button banned 2013 towards the end of the year, simply because this card causes draws and ridiculous game states. I believe it should never come back, because I just don't like these game states where draws can happen. It's kind of counterproductive. You're not really doing anything with it, and yeah, that's kind of it. Sixth Sense, well, this card's been banned for a very long time in the OCG, and we finally got it in September we got it before September, sorry, in 2013, and it was instantly limited when it came out in the Legendary Collection, and then it was banned straight away. The card is just dumb. There was a reason why it was banned in the OCG, and there's a reason why it's banned now. It's just unfair advantage that could be gained from it, and then you were pretty much always calling 5 and 6, because in certain decks, especially with like Dragon Rulers or Light Swans or anything like that, you would just roll it and be like, okay, if I lose the dice roll, I have to mill 5 or 6 cards. Oh no, what a shame. My deck likes milling anyway. If I call it correctly 5 or 6, I get to draw 5 or 6 cards. Where is the, where's the fairness in that? Solemn Judgment, banned in 2013, and it is limited in the OCG. Solemn Judgment is one of these cards I think can come back to a 1. Now, one of the problems with Solemn Judgment is that it can be used at any point to negate pretty much anything. Regardless of your life points, it can be used. Even if you're on 10 life points, you can go down to 5, vice versa, so on and so forth. Solemn Judgment was a great card. I remember back in the day using the great Solemn Brigade, with the 2 warning and the 1 judgment. Really solid. Being able to use it when you're on full life, you had to do it sometimes. You went down to 4,000, big cost. If you're on 1,000, you get to stop a major effect. You'd only go down to 500. It was one of those weird ones, but Solemn Judgment at a 1 should definitely come back, because I think it can actually be a fair card at times. Time Seal banned back in 2006. Card's dumb. The loops with this card were so painful to behold. Skipping your draw phase was basically the same as Yatta, but it was re-abusable, so Time Seal I don't think should ever come back. Anything that can promote some unfair loops like that should not really even be considered. Trap Dust Shoot, 2012, and I think, wow, was it really 2012? It seems like yesterday. Trap Dust Shoot was an incredibly good card, looking at your opponent's hand and then, just getting rid of a card if they had 5 or more. It was a really good card to be used at the start of a duel, but towards the end it was kind of dead. I'm honestly not sure why Trap Dust Shoot is still on this list, because it's kind of a timed card and quite a slow one. People would still use it, but it's a big risk, especially if you end up drawing it late game. You're not really going to be able to use it all that much. Trap Dust Shoot is a kind of fair card that I still think can come back, and I think that all they need to do is just give it its time, put it at 1, see how it goes, and then we'll see. And finally, we have Ultimate Offering, banned in September 2013. Wow, what can you say about the card that you just pay 500 life points just to keep summoning? This card can't come back. I'm sorry, it just cannot. With the game how it is now, if certain decks were given multiple normal summons at the cost of a measly 500 life points, you would have even bigger boards to break than you already do now. And especially with Pendulum Summoning, you would just be able to loop so many different things, and gadgets would just be able to keep doing their thing. Obviously, as we all know, it was used to Ultimate Offering Gadgets or Ultimate Gadgets or Offering Gadgets, whichever you wanted to say it. Card is just insane, absolutely ridiculous, and can never really come back to this game anymore, if I'm completely honest, because it can be pretty much used in anything. So that is it, guys. That is the 3-part special. I hope you have enjoyed it, and hopefully the ban list hasn't come out and shreked me before these videos have been released. Hope you did enjoy it. Let me know down in the comment section below which cards out of the traps you think can come back, should come back, and won't come back, and you don't think it would. So as I said, let me know down in the comment section below. Make sure to give me a like, comment, subscribe, and I shall catch you guys later.